I guarantee it. Men, women alike, we all want to be sexy. That's just the deal. So hence the name Sexy Lipo. It's actually ultrasonic lipo is what it is. I just re-tagged the name Sexy Lipo. And if you go to VEOclinic.com, there's the full wellness menu. Please check that out. And it'll go over, it has all the science basically behind it. And we should have the video on the website soon, which should be good. And next week we'll actually have a plane here and fun stuff like that. But it's fun. If you go to my Facebook page, Mrswellness.com, right? Then you'll also see the video about this. And it's pretty interesting. It's fun. Nevertheless, this unit here is the actual ultrasound. So something like when you're getting, baby ultrasound or in therapy places, we use ultrasound to strengthen bones or strengthen or heal areas of like muscle tissues and things like that. And that's ultrasound. That's done in a really low megahertz. Hertz or megahertz? Megahertz. Anyway. And so, and it's not hurting anything, right? It's just ultrasounding. It's safe for a baby. It's obviously very safe for us. And then you go into the sound bracket where you can hear. Okay, so noise, right? It's music. And then the ultrasound, actually, for this machine, goes into the bracket you can't hear either, but it's in a high frequency. So again, you can't hear it. I'll turn this down so you hear what I hear. It's different, though, than what you might expect. Just a little bit of clicking. And if you'd like to come up and I'll demo on you, then why not? It's fun. So it's called cavitation. And basically, the cavitation mode is what is, I explain it as blowing up fat cells. Because it can't handle the frequency. It can't handle the sound vibration. And because the fat cell can't handle the cell vibration, it takes me about 10 minutes on the specific side on the area for me to actually start feeling the fat cells start to explode. But I can feel it.
You can demonstrate on me, Maylee.
Yeah, come on over.
No problem.
And
my stomach. That's what I want you to do. Stomach.
Well, I'll do your arm unless you want to lift up, and that's fine.
All right.
But when you do it, it's interesting because when I'm working on him, let's start.
You know my biceps. The only problem with this is I might have one bigger than the other.
Yeah, it's true. You got to do both. No, it does take, like I said, about 10 minutes for it to get. Yeah. No, it takes about 10 minutes for me to actually start to feel it starting to explode. That's correct. Because it takes time for the pressure, I think, to. So this is what I hear. Nothing really. What do you hear? In the ears? Or do you just hear this?
Oh, that's true. Guess I'm a whale. I'm trying to hear it from a whale.
Bones, do you hear it all? Good, cool. Not all of you will be like that. I'm the same way. I don't hear it. But some of us will actually, it'll feel like it's rattling our skeletal system, because it is. Sound is actually bouncing off our skeletal system. It's not supposed to work on the bone. It's supposed to work on the fat. Okay, so even if you do hear it on the bone, I promise you really won't hear it too much on the fat. At least you should. So again, this is what is, so it can't handle the vibration, and because it can't handle that, that ultrasound vibration to the fat cell, it just literally, they explode. And I can feel it in my hands. It's nuts. It's the only thing I've ever seen. I've done, like I said, wellness nutrition plan for a long time for weight loss, and about 5.5 years. And I've never seen a nutrition or a plan or an exercise plan or anything be able to create targeted fat loss, ever. Never seen it done before. I don't care if you go work out or you're on a great nutrition plan, you are always going to, your body naturally wants to lose everywhere. Kind of usually in a normal pattern too. So if you lose an inch here, 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 you lose an inch here. It's kind of an inch by inch week, right? You lose about an inch everywhere every week. It's kind of what in the norm, right? If you're on a really good nutrition plan. Sexy Lipo, however, is targeted. So if you do a specific area, you lose only in that specific area. So most people right now, the results that I'm getting is 3 to 5 inches gone per treatment. So wow, right? I mean, that's just nuts. Which makes it fun for me, because then every day's success. There's no more, I'm up here, and I'm down here, and I'm all over the place. No more of that. It's wow every single time, and I love it, because it makes my job much easier. And yours, because then you're not so stressed about it. It helps if you work out, and it helps if you drink a ton of water. So we suggest that if you're doing this, then you do 2 quarts of water before you come in, which is a lot of water, I get it. But do 2 quarts of water, which is going to help the detox process. Then you're going to go on some specific products that are going to actually help flush out the fat. So literally when the machine explodes the fat cell, now it's up for grabs, it liquefied, right? And so it's up for grabs from your metabolism. If it can't metabolize it, then it'll just stay sticking around. So you got to flush it out. So you can work out right after, which is fantastic. Drink a ton of water. You can just eat really well, really low fat diet, and the same thing will happen. So by putting it all together, it's like holy smokes results. That's when I'm getting like a 5-inch stats, is when they're like working out, right after the session maybe, and then drink lots of water, and on a good nutrition plan, then it's like, but most people right now, there's only 2 other places that I know that have a machine like this in Utah at least, and all they're recommending is the water and a workout, like to do some type of workout after. And I just wanted to double their stats, and so of course we added my nutrition. No, and we don't need one, honestly. It just makes sense. If you're going to lose weight, you might as well keep it off, right? Now, the cool part about this is you are born with as many fat cells as the day you die. The only difference is how we grow up. So from age 0 to 20, however we grow up is where we store fat cells in our body. So what that means is everybody stores fat cells differently. So some of us have the ghetto booty, some of us have we're all different, we all are. So it only makes sense that some of us can gain weight easier and some of us can't gain weight easier, no matter how many cheeseburgers they eat. So if we actually got rid of those excess fat cells, and a lot of us have more fat cells than others. Does that make sense? So literally you and I have way different amount of fat cells. Not because I'm skinnier or fatter than you, but because that's our makeup. So the difference is how big fat cells swell. So just because I get rid of them and I destroy fat cells doesn't mean other fat cells can't swell. It takes a while for them to re-swell, I'll tell you the truth. I mean, it does. I mean, it took you 20 years to, or 50 years to. It does take a while to, get those to swell, which is the bonus side. So even if you destroy them, it'll be a while. Even if you didn't change your nutrition plan, I hate to say that, it would be a while until they actually come back. Interesting, right? Then the last 10 minutes so it's 20 minutes of the sexy lipo or the ultrasound lipo, and then 10 minutes of the radio frequency. So that's actually tightening the skin after, because nothing's worse than losing all the fat and then you have sagging skin. Right?